Okay. I think we're live. I didn't like the way it did that. The way it was like, oh. Are we live? Let me see. I think we're live. Hey, I think we're live. Are we live? Can you guys see us? I don't know if you can see us. Yeah, I guess we are, because there we are right there. Welcome in, everybody. It's DISANITY. I know. You guys are probably disappointed. We were supposed to be at the parks tonight. But we apologize. Change of plans. Melissa wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling well. Just didn't want to half you-know-what it. And we were like, well, let's just have a home stream. And oddly enough, there was plenty to talk about. So it's going to work out. Good to have everybody here. We're going to have fun tonight. We got lots to talk about. Got some big news, as you guys saw by the thumbnail. Thanks to Noah. And then I looked it up and read a little bit about it. And I'll read about the article here in a minute. There is rumors of some Disney news possibly 10 years down the road.
Yeah, I was going to say I saw that too. But it should still be around at least.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. Anyway, I'll get into all that later on. But good to have everybody here. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday night. We certainly didn't want to not stream. So we are here, and we're going to be doing this tonight. Let's do some quick mousekeeping, and then we'll get into a few items at hand, and then we'll get into the big topic of the night. And we'll have a really good conversation. Got to have the light.
No, but I don't like it in my face. There, that's better. A little bit better.
Anyway, Keith is here. Welcoming Keith. Noah's here. Craig's Robotics. Jeannie's here. Jonathan Chong. John the Bee is here. Heather Springer's here. What's up, Heather? Hey, Gregory. Welcome in. Jason Thibodeau's here. Dan's here. 820 Chief. Mark F is here. Bruce Saryuko. Jeff Condon. John A.B. Sony 4K is here. What's up, Gregory? Good to see you, pal. Let's see. Mark says, I believe Fifth Park would increase operational costs way higher than simply adding lands to existing parks. Monica Odiette, welcome in. We'll kind of get into all of that. I'll give you my take on it. Melissa can give you her take on it. And we'll get into it a little bit later on, but not yet. We'll get into that in just a bit. A couple other things I want to go over with you guys. As you guys know, Jeff Owens, welcome in. Last week, or Sunday, actually, I guess it was, a couple days ago, I had mentioned the possibility or probability of a Mouse Talk meetup coming. Emily, LSU mom, welcome in, Emily. Good to see you. That is definitely something that we're hoping to have happen. I put out on our on the YouTube channel under the posts area, I put a poll out there for a meetup. When would be ideal for you, if you could make it, to come see and hopefully have a meetup with us? Semantics of the meetup. After we get the month, we'll get the day, the time, the place, and all that good stuff. 82, everyone, welcome in. Ethan Smith, welcome in. Ethan, good to see you. So if you have a chance, go out there and vote. There's like 140 people that have voted so far. That's awesome. It's a good start. I really would like a couple hundred people voting to get a real good gauge of when. You all right back there? Oh, you look like you were spacing on me.
No, the light's getting away. But anyway, someone could do like they did before and post the link for the voting. I think Mark did that the other day. That might make it easier for everybody.
Davey Crockett, welcome in. Julie McCowan, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you can, I don't know if can you post that? Can you get
Mark
that?
Mark did, and it took me right to it the other day.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, if someone could post the link to where you can get it, that would be great. It's either going to be October, November, January, or February. That's it. One of those fours. October or November of this year, January or February of next year. Nothing else. So those are your four options for a meet and greet. A meetup, not a meet and greet. We're all going to meet each other. So if you want to vote, you certainly don't have to. If you don't care and you don't want to, we totally get that too. But we've been thinking about this for a while, and it would be really nice to get everybody together, as many people as we could, get a nice meetup, talk, mingle, and then maybe as the years go on, we hope to make this an annual thing and make it bigger and better, and maybe a venue and things like that down the road. The Mouse Talk B&B. Puddin', you're funny. Will Lovins, welcome in. Good to see you. But anyway, so please go out there and vote. We've got like over...
Jonathan posted it. Thanks, Jonathan.
Yep, there it is right there. So Jonathan posted it. So just go out there and guys can't miss it. Just click on that link Jonathan's got there and it'll take you right to it. And hopefully some people will be able to make it. That would be great if you can. If you can't, we totally understand. Obviously, no obligation here whatsoever. There's no obligation. Just if you can make it, great. If you can't, no problem. There'll be hopefully other ones down the road.
Yeah, this is just a first time, like maybe, meet somewhere where we can all hang out and just chat for a little while, do some pictures.
Bruce, welcome in. Julie McCown, welcome in. G. Wilson, what up, G? Charlie and Stacy are here at Disney Nerd Herders. Kendrick, welcome in. Yeah, that's all it's going to be this first year. I'm really hoping that over time we make it into something a little bit more, what's the word? Extensive? I don't know what the word is. A little bit more where we can maybe get a facility, an event place, have everybody there, have some tables, maybe have some food, maybe some dancing with a DJ or something. We'll see. But obviously, if everybody knows Pete McDevitt. I always like to use Pete as an example because he does it, and he does it well. I got to give him credit. Pete's got his meetup every year. He has a venue. They go to ball games together. They meet at a place and they have a big get together. They do prizes. They get T-shirts, but there is a cost behind his meetup, and maybe eventually down the road, I don't know if we'll ever get to that extent, but maybe we'll get to something where we say, this day we're going to have it at this place. Come on out, and the cost will be whatever. And if you want to come out, it'll be a fun night out with everybody. But again, that's down the road. So anyway, I'm going to move on. I'm blabbering and I'm just rambling now. But there it is. Don't forget about Sunday night. Our next Disney Sunday Social is going to be on the one and only most popular ride in Walt Disney World, the Barnstormer. There it is. That'll be Sunday night at 8. Melissa, we can't even see you. You're not even in.
That light's killing me with my headache. I can't.
All right. Sorry, well, then go behind me then.
No, because the light's still there. It's fine.
All right. Well, then you can go in the other room.
No, I can be here. It's all right.
How's that?
I don't need to be on.
Well, what's the point then? They want you on. They want to see you. They want to. Kelsey Hanley, welcome in. Ethan said that would be really cool. Oh, if you have dancing, you should call the event Mouse Rock. Mouse Rock with Mouse Talk.
I like that.
Hey, Joe, welcome in. Good to see you. Hey, Michelle. Hope Michelle's doing well. Hope the girls are doing well. All right. So there you go. See ya. Again, Sunday night. Don't forget we have the Barnstormer and the Sunday Social. That one probably won't take that long. Anyway.
The ride doesn't take that long. So.
Right. Exactly. So anyway, with the Mouse Talk Me Up, I kind of give you an idea of what the logo is going to look like. Hey, Penny, welcome in. It'll look something like this.
Cute.
I did that the other day, and I only put February 2026 right now because as of yesterday, actually, as of earlier today, February was winning. And I wanted to come up with something that could be a cool thing, and this is what I came up with. I had an AI do it, and they came. Gloria Thibodeau, welcome in. So hopefully, I don't know if you guys like that or not, but that's like,
it's very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. And maybe down the road we get T-shirts with something like that on it, or we come up with another logo. I liked it. They came up with Luke Chapman, welcome in from the UK. C. Jones, welcome in as well. Anyway, just an idea. I don't know. I liked it. I liked the logo a lot, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna put that up there and see what it looks like. And it came up really nice. And it gave me several other ones too that were actually pretty nice. They weren't bad, but I don't know why. Just something about that one I really liked. Anyway, so let us know. Yeah, Joe, that would be great. Matt, what's up, Matt? Matt, I got your thing, by the way, when you talked about for the channel and everything. I got to go off topic for a second, folks, to answer Matt. Matt, I got that. But my channel, it is linked to, it's not a channel for kids. So that's not what's, Matt had said that when he went in to hit subscribe and to do the bell notification for all, it wouldn't let him do all for our channel. He can only do none. It didn't let him do all. And he thought that was really weird. And I went on one of my second channels, like I went on the Birdland Network and tried to change it. It let me change it. And then I went in and looked at my settings. The settings say it's not a channel made for kids, because it always tells you don't put it as made for kids. Then it's going to really limit you as to who's going to find your channel. So it's definitely
it has something to do with that.
That's what Matt thought, but it doesn't, because mine isn't made for kids. So it's open to everybody. You get what I'm saying?
No, but that means if he has any settings on his where he doesn't want it to be, if it's not kid friendly, maybe it wouldn't let him notify all.
No, that's only for people that are posting.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I guess he could too. But
I didn't know if he wanted to restrict access on his site, like if his kids grabbed his phone and he didn't want them watching things that weren't family friendly. Maybe if you have a block on your phone that says,
yeah, maybe
I don't want to be notified of anything that I wouldn't want my kids to watch.
Yeah.
And the only reason we do it is, like Walt said, it limits and it will restrict you. And if something even remotely, like if something slips, isn't it a problem? Like they can flag you or something like that. So we just don't put that in there just in case, because we slip up every once in a while.
Yeah, of course we do. Well, I don't ever say shit, but that's just me. All right. So anyway, we talked about the meetup. We talked about Sunday. I think that's everything. All right, but let's get into the big news because we're gonna talk on this for a while, and I want to hear from everybody in the chat. So Noah had sent this. Noah, of course, is one of our mods. He had sent over this link to WDWNT. I'm going to bring it up. And I thought this was a very interesting article. Now, because we had been talking about fifth parks for a while, it really became a topic to talk about when Epic Universe was announced and now is open. Everybody's been like, what's Disney's answer? It can't just be Villains Land and Cars and Monsters, Inc. It can't just be that. So this article, oddly enough, just came out, and we're gonna kind of discuss it. What's up? Vicky's here. What's up, Vicky? Good to see you. No, you're not late. You're here. So let me bring up this article. So CFTOD. Oh, let me do that. And new comprehensive plan includes the possibility, remember guys, possibility here, of a fifth gate at Walt Disney World. CFTOD is the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District. Reedy Creek, ultimately, is what it is. It's the new name. And it released its 2045. 2045. That's 20 years away, guys. I'll be gone. I'll be 75. Comprehensive plan which addresses the possibility of a new fifth gate for Walt Disney World. It says, according to WDW Magic, the newly approved plan explicitly reserves development space for a new major theme park and 2 additional minor theme parks, which can be added over the next 20 years. Reedy Creek's plans are written to support the potential development of a fifth gate, though Disney has not announced that a new park is in development. And that's really important here. Lovely Ocean Eyes, welcome in. Crystal, good to see you. Vicky Pauly, welcome in. Mike Lapine, welcome in. The plan defines a major theme park as a park on the same scale as the current 4 theme parks of Walt Disney World, with a projected area of 400 to 550 acres. Now, remember, when you talk about 400 to 550 acres, that's including parking, folks. It's not just the play park area where we want to be and have fun. It's including parking. The two minor theme parks are estimated at 147 acres. So you're probably talking maybe another water park or something like that. Nothing major. By including these possible parks in the plan, Reedy Creek is planning ahead to allow their development without requiring an amendment to the comprehensive plan. That's smart. They're thinking ahead.
Minor parks also be adding lands to an existing park?
I guess depending upon where those areas are. Previously, the 2020 comprehensive plan included an allowance of a maximum of 5 theme parks for Walt Disney World, with a total of 17,000 acres owned by Disney. Wow, they still have all that land. This plan was unanimously approved and authorized in June 2024, following their creation by Disney and the district, following a settlement in the lawsuits. Remember when Disney and the state had all those lawsuits going on? District now acknowledges that most of the Walt Disney World theme parks have the space to expand, while also underdeveloped land elsewhere that is designated for entertainment use, which includes the construction of a new major theme park. Per the plan, there is enough land to accommodate a fifth gate, even with previously approved projects and conservation areas. Disney has not yet announced plans for a fifth gate, but it has paved the way for the possibility of announcing something. That's my not very good way of explaining all of that. Ultimately, what they're doing is they've given approval for them to have more, the land they have has now been approved for development possibly down the road. Diana, welcome in. Good to see you. Steve, Sardio Studios, welcome in. So there's possibility of a fifth gate. Great. Sounds great, right? Pull back the layers a little bit and you can think about all the positives of a fifth gate. More entertainment, more things for us to do. More rides, more attractions, more fun things. It keeps Universal on their toes, and it makes Disney have to answer to Epic Universe. All fun things, all great things, right? And not only that, with all these hotels going up, these people got to go somewhere, right? They keep putting up hotels everywhere, and so a fifth park seems like a good idea. Hey, Brandy, welcome in. Luke Chapman, welcome in. The fire is thought to have broken out in a... I don't know what he's talking about. Luke, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, buddy. I'm not sure what he's talking about. We're going to give Luke another chance. I think Luke's just... Maybe he's in the wrong chat. Do we know it's not a new resort? No, it's too big for just a resort, Julie. It's 400 to 550 acres. That's theme park acreage right there. Now, you're right. The 150 acres, maybe those are going to be resorts. That makes sense, right? There are lots. That's a lot smaller. Kelsey Elizabeth, welcome in. That's a lot smaller. So maybe there are going to be additional resorts. I don't know. But, it does pave the way for the possibility of a fifth gate. This company brand was built off of nostalgia. Total immersion, I think they should stick with that. Next move, incorporate a total immersion sport theme park based off the character and rides. I'm not sure I understand what you mean there, C, but I get what you're saying. So here's the thing. I always said, and I've said this, and other people have now said it since, I always thought they should do a park, call it Yesteryear. And that's why I put it in the thumbnail. Call it Yesteryear. Bring back all the old theme park rides that are gone. I think it's a way of appeasing the nostalgia and the people like us who remember the old rides and love them. You can update them to an extent, obviously, for the times, but you can also bring back Snow White Scary Adventures, the Backlot Tour, the Great Movie Ride, Tarzan Rocks, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. You can bring Horizons, World of Motion. Maybe you can bring all that stuff back. That could be amazing. Has anyone heard, or is it true a small boy fell off of Magic Kingdom train? No, I haven't heard anything about that, Brandy. Ethan says, that's big news, and here I am only thinking Disney should have an adult drink restaurant in Villains Land based on Aladdin, called Jafar Bar. That's a good one. If they planning, they don't rush the Villains Land, etc. No, I don't. Again, that's why I'm saying... And I'm going to get into that in a little bit, too. I don't think that this is going to be anytime soon, folks. I think I'll be dead before it happens.
No, well, they even said that with something in the reading that I wrote, the earliest this could happen, they said, is what, in 10 years?
Yeah.
I thought I read something that said there's some kind of amendment where they can only have so many new theme parks within a certain amount of time.
Right.
I don't know. This isn't something that's going to happen anytime soon.
Right. With the way Disney is throwing money into taking out and adding new attractions, they should focus on looking into a fifth park and hopefully add to the monorail lines. Adding the monorail, adding the Skyliner is something that could happen down the road. Yeah, not holding my breath waiting for a fifth gate. No, I agree. Hey, what's up, Keith? Welcome in. Dole with Donnie's here. I don't know. I just think that here's my take on it. I love the idea of a Yesteryear park. I really do. Bring back the old attractions. You can update them to modern times when it comes to the technology side of things, but it still needs to be the same ride. Maelstrom. Bring Maelstrom back. Bring different things back that you used to have. Maybe the old Journey into Imagination with Figment and Dreamfinder. Bring that back. There's so many shows. Tough to Be a Bug can come back.
I don't see them doing
Energies, Ellen's Energy thing can come back. Something like that. There's things they could do. Because, first off, what kind of other things could they do? What kind of other parks could they come up with? They had it behind the Studios park in MGM, and they've now it doesn't have an identity. We've got an Epcot with all the worlds and all the countries. We've got an animal park, and we've got the fantasy park in Magic Kingdom.
Well, that's what you have Imagineers for. They're the creative minds that will come up with something unique and great. So,
Mark, welcome in. A lot of Disney's property has been set aside for preservation. Yes, but according what I'm hearing, they, according to this article, they've been approved now for construction and expansion. They need to add Skyliner extension. Yeah, for sure. Marvin Hicks, welcome in. Which one are we laughing at?
You said not Maelstrom. That was a snooze fest.
I love Maelstrom. That's one of my favorites. I think, I don't know, Frozen's okay, but whatever. What's up, Nick? Welcome in. Good to see you. Bringing back retro attractions would be a huge admittance to a mistake. There are reasons these attractions are defunct. No, I get that, Craig, but I don't know. I think it's less about admitting a mistake as much as it is appeasing your fan base. I don't know. I guess that's why I'm interested. If they're going to do a fifth park, I can't even think of anything.
Well, that's because we're not creative people. But you're appeasing old people. At that point, we're going to be dead by the time that happens. So
that's not true.
The point of appeasing people that had stuff back.
I don't know. I disagree, and I'll tell you why. Welcome in, Donna Jaworski. Welcome in. Here's the thing for me. Not every ride, and I said this the other night. Not every ride can be a technological marvel, high impact thrill ride. You've got to have the dark, slow rides. This is a park, folks, and look, I know we're all adults here. These parks are generated and mostly supposed to be for kids. There can be adult themes to it, and there can be a lot of adult themes. But it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be for kids and adults that still want to be, with the kid in them, as Walt would say. And that's all fine. But I don't believe that everything can be. And I think that's part of the reason why people don't go to Universal. Because there's very few.
That's true. I do know that in stages, a lot of people won't take their kids there until they're at an older age group, like 10 and up.
That's my Animal Zone welcome in. And that's my point, is you have to have these types of slow, the Peter Pans, the Small Worlds, the Pirates, the Haunted Mansions, the Ariel's Under the Sea journey. That you got to have that. Three Caballeros.
It be a mix, though. I like it when there's a little bit of everything.
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. That's what this new park has to have. Okay, it has to have that. I think that's part of the reason why you don't see a lot of people over at Hollywood Studios anymore. They're getting away from that. They really don't have a lot over there anymore for the little kids. It's becoming more technical and really high end. I don't know. It's just me. I like the idea of a yesteryear. That's just me. Jeff Owen says, I honestly believe not long after Villains Land is complete, we could get some kind of announcement of a themed new park and where it will be. Yeah, it could. Maybe we'll get it at one of the D23s. I don't think it'll be at the next one, but it could be at the following one. The rides are a bit scary at Universal. Yeah, they are, C. Jones. That's my point, and that's what I'm saying. You gotta cater to the kids too. Chryslerback says, I agree. The simpler the attraction, the less maintenance and downtime. Unfortunately, Disney's latest attractions use technology that hasn't been longevity proven. Yeah, exactly. I agree 100%. Jeff Rose Garage. Welcome in. Rooms of VR headsets. No, I hope not. Hope not. All right. So anyway, we'll see what happens with it. I think that ultimately, I still don't think it's a good idea for Disney to have a fifth park. And I know I'm in the minority here.
Not yet. I mean, that's why 10 years down the road, I'm hoping it's a totally different thing. But they can't keep up with the parks they have now. We've talked about that.
Yeah, yet it is welcome in. I just don't think they have the capacity, the cast member capacity right now.
The money to properly put into it to do it right.
We see these parks and we pay attention to it because we're there all the time. We don't have to just go. We can step back, pull the curtain back a little bit and look at things. And you see, people running all over the place with nobody around to say anything to them. I'm seeing more and more people smoking in the parks. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing trash cans overflowing. I'm seeing cast members that are talking to each other instead of saying goodbye to me. Disney's got to shore things up a little bit before they get into a fifth park because I don't know that they have the infrastructure people-wise. Everybody always says, oh, people are always looking for jobs. Fair enough. Maybe they are. I just don't think they can handle the 4 they got right now.
Well, they're not hiring enough. I think they're trying to, make up for some of this loss of money. So they're hiring the bare minimum staff to function. So they don't have as much overseeing as they used to because they're not hiring as many people as they used to.
Yeah, that's true. Diana, Hall of Presidents is going to open back up soon. First, you have to have vision to have their thumb on the pulse of people enjoyment. Yeah, I agree. But again, they'll have vision. We'll see. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. It sounds exciting. The door is now open for them to be able to do this. That's the good news is that, why. And the other thing too is why even do it if you have no plans?
I'm sure they're always planning. You can't tell me they don't have stuff going on the background where they've probably been talking about this for years. And what would they do? I'm sure they have some kind of plan in motion. It's just a matter of when. I'm sure that's something that they're always trying to come up with, and they have in the archives or whatever going on back there. That's the whole point, right? Because Disney always wanted things to continue to change and grow. So they're always coming up with ideas, putting things together. Just a matter of whether they come to fruition.
Right. Bruce, yeah, they didn't put any Marvel in Epic Universe, and that is interesting. Why wasn't Marvel included in that? That's a good point. I still don't think it would be to their best interest to give that up to Disney. They have a good stranglehold over that Marvel IP over there, and maybe they are. Maybe that's why they didn't put it in there. Maybe that's why they went with How to Train Your Dragon. But I think it would be a mistake if they gave it up. That's just me. Nevette's, welcome in.
I think that land could use a refurb if they're going to do something
with
it. I think it could use a complete overhaul.
Nevette's 4433. To an extent, but according to this article, it was something that was approved that allows now for actual expansion, for actual construction. In the past, like Sir Euchre was saying, Bruce, I think it was more about conservation. This kind of paves the way for actual expansion. They don't have the Imagineers to pull it off. Look at Tiana's. Yeah, I tend to agree, Animals. I think part of the issues with that nowadays is the lack of innovation. They have a lot of work to do on what they have before a fifth park. Breakdowns, unpleasant staff, costs through the roof. I agree, Joe. I agree. I think it's better to expand Magic Kingdom around Animal Kingdom in convenience and disruptive ways instead of spinning all the ideas to a new park. Well, I think that they did the Villains Land and the Cars thing as an immediate response to Epic Universe. Yes, I think that's why they did it. I think in Monsters, Inc., think they did that as an immediate response because I don't think they have a full concept of what they want to do for a fifth park. But they had to have some sort of answer. So I think they came up with these things. I agree. I think they're working on something in the background big. And they're trying to get all their thoughts together and all their plans together before they even hint at it. But they're making the proper steps to put in place the ability to get this rolling when they actually go do it. I would so love if there could be a Disney park in the Midwest for those who aren't near the coast. But I totally get why they wouldn't. Yeah, they're not. Yet it is. I don't see them doing anything in the Midwest. I just don't. They're gonna stay away from bad weather. Although France has got one. And the UK is going to be getting a Universal Park,
Oh, you mean like colder?
Cold weather. I'm talking about cold weather.
We have hurricanes, so but I guess like you said, they don't want snow here in the U.S. because you're right. They do in Paris. They do in China, right? Isn't there?
Yeah.
So. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but that's we'll see. We'll see where Disney goes when Iger is gone and whoever takes over. Well. We've been down that road before too. It's probably going to be Josh tomorrow, which I think is a huge mistake. He's just an Iger crony. He's got the same plans. He's got the same ideas. He's got the same policies. I'm not a big DeMar fan, and I know I'm in the minority there. I think they need a fresh face, fresh idea, somebody outside the company. That's just me. Animal Zone, you won't believe me because it seems far-fetched, but in 2004, I gave them the idea for Villains Mountain. Very good. No, I believe you. Diana said, I agree, Walt. My experience on a recent trip was park cast members' interactions were lackluster or non-existent. CMs at Riviera Resort, however, were top-notch. They were. I will say that. The one night we stayed at Riviera, they were really nice.
Mm-hmm. We wanted to stay longer. We wish we were there the whole weekend. It was great.
Yeah, C. Jones, I definitely think that if they announce, and again, if they're going to announce a fifth park, guys, this isn't going to even be announced for years, okay? We're 2, 3, 4 years away before we even get an announcement of anything.
Probably.
But I just thought the article came up. I thought it was a good article to discuss. Good game, 2200. Can you be my parents on YouTube? Yes, we can. Now go to bed. It's past your bedtime. Good night. Dad said go to bed. How's that?
He's a strict dad.
Yeah, and if he says something really bad to Melissa, he's going to get timed out or hidden from the channel. So good game. Be careful here. We have really good mods in this chat. So you're skating on thin ice, son. Horizons, welcome in. Jeffro, anybody see the 1,500-acre Disney-style neighborhood being built in North Carolina? Yeah, I did see that, Donnie. Keith, I did see that. Universal can't add any new Marvel attraction on the East Coast that they don't already have per agreement with Disney. Universal only has rights to small amounts of Marvel on the East Coast. Huh. Well, they have more than Disney has. Disney isn't putting any Marvel anywhere.
Oh, Will, why are you up?
Oh, that was really nice. Shannon Blankenship, welcome in. Shannon, how you been? Retroland, bring back every extinct ride. That's what I said. American Hair. No, I didn't know that. Mods don't mess. Yeah, no, we don't. We don't mess at all. Anyway.
Don't mess around.
No, we don't mess around. Not at all, man. Anyway. So, again, we'll see what happens. But again, we're not going to see anything from Disney for years upon years. I mean, we're not even going to... Villains Land's going to be another 5 years before we see anything, right? Cars Land will probably be 5 years. Which is just mind-blowing to me because we got Epic Universe in 4.
Well, I think it actually...
I'm talking about from groundbreaking to done, not all the behind-the-scenes planning. Yes, that was years in advance. But I'm talking about from the minute they break ground, that first shovel in the sand or in the dirt, to the minute the park opens, it was like 3 to 4 years. Good game. Goodbye. Anyway, but we'll see. I don't know what they're going to do. Baltimoreans don't make mistakes. We force our rightness, even if it's wrongness. I'm learning from the best here. Yeah, he's got to go. Right? Did I? I think he's gone. Yep. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Anyway, so we'll see what happens with that. I think it's time for a good game to go to be goodbye. Yes, he's goodbye. Good game over. Exactly, Noah. Mm-hmm. They might be rethinking Villains Land. Their new Villains show doesn't seem like it's being well received. Well, that's because, again, pardon the expression, I'm going to cuss for a minute. They half-assed it. Okay? They should have way more than 3 villains. It's the same 3 villains every time. Now, I get it. You come down on a trip, it's new to you. I get that. Okay. But why can't it be why can't you have 9 different villains? You can put them on the schedule. When Jafar walks in, he'll say, oh, okay, I'm working Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Here comes
so they'd have to
Ursula.
Do set things too because they do this whole big
Oh,
show.
well, that's part of it.
Well,
to make money, you got to spend money in the world of entertainment. That's how it works.
They'll do that eventually.
You know how when we talk about they should have all these different adventures on Millennium Falcons and in Star Tours?
No.
There you go.
Well, maybe they'll implement it eventually. Again, they wanted to get something out there. It's a starting point. It just started, so I guess they wanted to see maybe how people responded to it. Before they went ahead and did a whole lot more.
Yeah, from the moment the first sinkhole appears until the park opening, it'll be at least a decade. At least a decade. At least a decade. It's going to be at least 5 years before we see anything.
That's why Matt said because villains don't adhere to schedule.
Yeah, I think the last thing they needed in the parks that was amazing was Guardians. I'm hoping they put the same level of creativity.
That's true.
Guardians is fun.
They don't want to pay more cast members. We already said that. So why would they pay more actors?
Scott Travels. That's true. No, I understand, but that's part of, and that's fine if that's the case. But again, what makes Disney, and they've gotten away from it so much, is the uniqueness of Disney. They do what everybody else doesn't do. Their resorts look like, and no other resort hotels look like. They're fun. They're creative. They're immersive. They're wonderful. they're getting away from that. Everything's bland now. Everything's just blah. Everything's neutral.
Although it's still much better than we just stayed at Universal for the first time, and we stayed in
Aventura.
one of their moderate resorts, and man, was that boring. We had stayed at Riviera on Friday and then went over to Universal for 2 nights, and we wish we had just stayed at Riviera. We haven't.
Well, Riviera is also a high-end.
Right.
It
versus
is.
a moderate, and we have toured one of the nicer ones at Universal, but we're DVC, so we can stay at the Disney nice resorts. We can't afford to be paying to stay at the deluxe resorts
of course.
at Universal. So
right.
I guess it's comparing apples to oranges, but Disney does do a good job with their hotels, because even Disney's moderate hotels and value hotels are fabulous, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I'm kind of comparing it. I would much rather stay even at a All-Star Sports than at the Aventura. Yeah,
the moderate at Disney, the Caribbean's nice. The Coronado Springs is nice. The Port Orleans, both Riverside and French Quarter, are nicer than the Aventura was. And it wasn't that it's bad, it just was blah. Yeah. Everything was white or gray in the room. There was no artwork in the room. There were no pictures. There was nothing to give it any sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Any sort of character, I guess.
No character.
It had no character to the room. It was very woof.
But even their new hotels, like the Stella Nova and the Stella Luna, they have some cool things in there, but I'd say it's kind of the same. It's just blah.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're so much more affordable. Maybe their Endless Summer and stuff like that. I know they still have some really good values.
Yeah, I mean, even we went over and saw the Terra Luna in the Terra Luna in
I just said it.
Bossa Nova. Just kidding. Melissa's right. They were blah and bland too. We're staying at Coronado next year and are blown away at how coherently and maturely themed it is compared to Pop Animation All-Star. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It is.
I mean, it's because it's kind of a step up. It's a moderate, but we really like Coronado.
Mm-hmm.
I should have brought up my thing to show everybody, because I don't know if they know that you can do that.
Well, C. Jones, it's funny you said that.
Go get it.
What's that?
My thing that I made?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. C. Jones says, I think they're having a hard time sticking to the Walt Disney way of future facing this park. The formula he had has worked. Well, I think part of that, I always used to say, look, the further we get from Walt, the further we get from his vision. As the generations and we get that further gap from when Walt was alive to all the people that worked with him are gone, right? And there's nobody left from that time, and we get further and further away from Walt. We get further and further away from his vision. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Walt and Melissa, did you eat at any of the restaurants at Riviera? What did you think? I thought the food across the board was good. We didn't. We ate at the quick service, and I got to be honest with you, Diane, the quick service wasn't good. We got chicken tenders and fries. It was cold. The chicken wasn't good. It wasn't that good. What's up, Chris? Welcome in. Yes, Disney cruise ships so over the top deco. Yeah, exactly, Scott. Grandpa John and Grandma Wendy, welcome in. John and Wendy, welcome. Yeah, I just think attention to detail has always been such a strength for Disney. I think they've gotten away from that a little bit. Melissa made this.
So I don't know if you guys knew this, because I didn't. Our friend Rhiannon from Australia was here visiting, and I got to spend a day with her on Saturday. And she found
welcome.
An activity online that you can do at Disney.
What's it called?
Where you can make mosaic art. So
Melissa made that.
We went to Coronado, and we booked a class. It's $30 a person. And you can make these fabulous little things. And they have ones that are shaped. They have a unique one. This one was unique to the hotels, like the dahlia flower. See, it has the hidden Mickey in the middle. And you could also do like a Mickey head, a Minnie head, and you can do it in black or white. But what I didn't know is that a lot of the hotels have this.
Yeah.
Where most of them are walk-up. So you can go online, search mosaic, and you will be able to book an opening for your stay.
And it's a walk.
And it's really fun. And some places, hotels, I guess apparently you just can walk up. It's first come, first serve. And they have different, each hotel has the Minnie and the Mickeys, but each hotel that does it has their own unique one. So the lady was saying, like at Contemporary, I think they have a monorail shaped one. At I'm trying to remember some of the others she said, but there are unique ones to match certain hotels that you can pick from that are different.
But the one that you did with with Rhiannon, did she book that?
She booked it. So this is the only resort. The Coronado is the only one where you can book it online. The others are walk-up. So if you did want to do it in advance,
Any idea what the cost is?
$30 a person.
Yep. How long does it last?
So it's from 1 to 3, but we stayed longer. So they tell you to take your time because they actually have it on the top floor where they have the restaurant up there, where and it's in the lounge. And because the lounge doesn't open till 5, we were actually up there till probably about 4 o'clock. Just taking our time. They'll sell you some sodas and things like that if you want that.
Yeah.
We brought some snacks. We had gone to Gideon's beforehand at Disney Springs and got cookies. And, but we had a really fun time, and I didn't even know that existed. So I thought it was a lot of fun. But
yeah, you'd be surprised the kind of things you can find like that if you really look into your resorts or you look into those types of things. Because I know at Wilderness Lodge, you can, if you're first one there, if you try, you can get first thing in the morning. They always take the flag at the top of Wilderness Lodge and put the flag up. You can go up there and be the family that puts the flag up. I've also heard in the past at Magic Kingdom, if you're the first family in, at least they used to do it in Ye Olde Christmas Shop, if you were the first family in, you could decorate or put an ornament on the tree or something like that. They used to do stuff like that. I know they still do the thing at Wilderness Lodge. So look into those types of things if you're staying at resorts. They have scavenger hunts. Somebody was talking about scavenger hunts they do. They do other things as well at these resorts. You really need to look into those because they can be a lot of fun. Animal Zone, it's ceramic. It's not plastic.
Is. And the tiles are all glass. So you'll end up, like, you'll trace your thing. You'll go up and you get to pick. They have bowls full of different glass, like, beads. Some of them, they're all different colors, all different shapes. Some have, like, different cuts. Mm-hmm. So you can make any pattern you want, and you first do it on a paper. Then you go ahead and you start putting some glue down on your tile. Stick them all down, and then you get the plaster, and you have to put gloves on and mush all the plaster over it, and but it's fun. It was cool.
Yes, ask at the front desk, and they'll be able to help you, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're at the hotel, you can ask if they have it. I don't know if it's it's just at like the moderate and deluxe hotels, but I do know they have it a few of them. The ladies seem to think that they have them at most of the hotels that you can ask.
Yeah.
When you get there.
Find the fun. I don't know that it would. I don't think it would stretch a lot of the tourist thins because as Disney adds things like this, they've just been adding more and more and more resorts, hotels. Everywhere you look, Disney's going with a new hotel. They just opened a new extension over at the Polynesian. There's the new place that's going to open over by the campgrounds now, the Crystal. What's the name of that place? It's going to Crystal Lake. with Freddie
Jason.
with Jason. No, but that new place is going up. They're I get, in theory, I get what you're saying, but they have so many resorts now. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, Will, and if you wanted to book it ahead, of course, Joe might see it on your app, but you can book the one with Coronado on the website. Just search go. Mosaic. Mm-hmm. You'll put how many people and what day. But like I said, you should be able to just walk up at the hotel and probably ask about it.
Yeah. They have all that kind of stuff. Donna says, when you check into your resort, I'd ask the front desk about all the activities they have. They have movies, marshmallow roasting, crafts like Melissa Mays, scavenger hunts, and more. They do. They really do. A lot of people don't do it because where are they? They're in the parks. They want to go. They want to go.
And if you're someone like Will who comes every year, a couple times a year, and you want to do something different, if you're here a lot, I think it's great. Like, I had a lot of fun with that. It was relaxing. You get to chit chat. Just, it's spicy meatballs.
That's the spicy meatball.
But I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Something totally different that we've never done in Disney before. I was like, wow, I'm so glad you found that.
John and Wendy, I agree. Get a fifth part. Of course. But you know what? Prices are going to go up anyway.
Yeah, they raise them every year.
Pro tip, if you ask CM, is there a way to? You basically set them on a mission to create a solution to your query. Yeah, a lot of times. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Well, it's funny, though. Even if attendance is falling, I feel like it's, for us as DVC members, hotels are booked up all the time. Like, I was trying to go in to find a stay in the fall, and I feel like it was really hard, even with all the hotels we have.
Animal Zone, I think it depends on where and what you're looking at, because I see a lot of stuff on YouTube that is anti-Disney. And they always talk about, oh, the parks are empty. There's nobody at the parks. And that's not true. I'm sorry. It's not true. Because Melissa's right. We try to book trips whenever we can. And every time we try to go in and do it, at least on the DVC side, we can't get nothing.
It's
so
frustrating.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe if you want to come and pay for it, they'll find a way. We've already paid for it, and we seem to be having difficulty getting rooms when we want them, which is irritating. But yeah, Dawn is right. Some do tie-dye T-shirts, but I didn't know that, where you can make your own lei at the Poly. That's really cool. Very fun.
Yeah, they sell the points and block you. I mean, we can get them. The other thing, too, with DVC, to be fair to Disney, at our 11th month date, we never go right in and check. A lot of times we're like, oh, yeah, right, let's go in and check. And it's too late. We've already missed it.
You need to be on top of those things if you really want it. I'm sure if you go in the first day, you'll get something.
Exactly. If we were to go in that day, we're more than likely going to get it.
And some people will do what's called walking it. You'll book it, then go in and change it, move it up a day.
Yep.
So you can do those kind of things if you're looking for a specific
We don't have
date.
enough points, Scott, to do that. We don't have anywhere near enough.
Points.
We have very little points.
So we're paying for our cruise.
But yeah, we'll see. It's not anti-Disney. It's pro-Dollywood, the best theme park in Pigeon Forge. That's true. It's the only theme park in Pigeon Forge too.
That's on our bucket list too. I'd love to go to Dollywood.
Yeah, we will.
Someday maybe.
Yeah, see, and that's smart, Joe. Joe says we do 11 months to the minute. And that's the way to do it. We always are like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah. We forget everything. I got to set alarms for everything.
Our home resort is Wilderness Lodge. It is my favorite resort. When we got DVC, I got it. Melissa wasn't a big fan of it at the time. But when I got it, when I called DVC, I said, I want to sign up for DVC, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I said, I want Wilderness Lodge. And the guy said, I'm sorry, we don't have any points available for Wilderness Lodge. And I said to him, well, then you don't have a customer. And I said, call me back when you get Wilderness Lodge.
I don't even remember
that's right hand to God. That's exactly what I said. I said, I want Wilderness Lodge. He said, well, right now we don't have the points. I said, well, call me when you do. And he did. And I got Wilderness Lodge. I wasn't settling. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, and that's what I got. DVC try sell me $16,000.
Oh, that'd be fun, Heather.
16,000 points or $16,000? I don't know what that would get you. Keith said everything's about rides. My wife and I went multiple times last year, and there will be days we spend totally at the resort, then just dinner and fireworks. Yeah, I agree, Keith. That's what we do too.
Yeah. Of course, we live here, so it makes sense. But you guys get down enough, right? So you feel like you can relax and enjoy
Heather.
it more. I think that's really cool. That's what I love about it. I mean, that's what's nice about living here. You don't have to feel pressed to do anything.
And that's the thing. If we're blessed enough, and I call us blessed, and somebody like Keith and Jennifer who are able to come down a lot too, we're blessed to be able to come here a lot and do it. A lot of people never get here. Never get here. But that's part of the reason. There are two types of folks. There's those that come a lot and can lay back a little bit, take it a little bit easier, enjoy the resorts, enjoy the extra things. And then there's those that are, I'm here, I'm not going to get back for 5 to 10 years. I got to do everything.
I can tell you right now, if it wasn't your family, I probably would have never come to Disney. It was just not something my family could afford. And really, your parents couldn't either. We just got really lucky. I think your dad got some kind of bonus. And
he did.
Their dream was to take the family to Disney.
And they
made it happen. And we were all adults and they had grandkids. But how amazing is that? Look where we are today because his family did that for us.
Hi, Nicole. Welcome in.
So it's amazing.
How long did I wait? It was a couple months. John and Wendy. When I initially called them, and they didn't have the points. It took a couple months before I actually got the points. See, Joe paid $12,000 for 200 points 25 years ago.
That's so smart, though. You guys, hindsight, right? Now that would cost, 4 times as much?
G'day, Master Joe. Welcome in. We are all blessed. Thank you, Jesus. Hope everyone is.
I
agree. I agree.
It's true, Joe. You're all here. We can be blessed. We're here.
No, Shannon, but there's a point to that, and it's part of the reason why I get upset with Disney sometimes. Not the downer of the group. It always worries me to take a very expensive trip and all the rides are refurb or organized. I agree. I mean,
get it.
you're paying a lot of money. Hey, Sean, welcome in. Good to see you. I agree with that 100%. I mean, you pay a lot of money, and things need to be working.
Yeah, agreed.
There's Victor and Janet. Welcome in, guys. How are you?
How did the pre-op go?
Yeah, I hope everything went well. Dean's here too. Turkey Legster. Welcome in, Dean. Good to see you. But anyway, look, we've got 84 people in here. I'm gonna do a couple of reminders real fast. Don't forget, everybody.
That's very true, Bruce. Because you're right. One of you could really love it, and then that happens a lot. Mm-hmm. So it's great that we love it together.
Cat Lady, welcome in. Hey, don't forget about this weekend, Sunday, of course, a Sunday social. Sunday morning we'll be at Magic Kingdom, as we always do. Also, don't forget, guys, out on our page, it says February right now because February is the one that's winning. We're going to be doing a Mouse Talk meetup. We'll get into the specific dates, the times, the venue of where we're going to all meet. But right now, we have out on our posts, and again, if somebody could share it. There you go. Jonathan just did. Thank you, Jonathan. Go out there and vote for our Mouse Talk meetup. You can vote for either October and November of this year or January or February of next year. Down here in Florida, obviously. We're going to have a meetup once the votes are in. At that point, Melissa and I will pick a date and time in that month. And then we'll have a big stream where we come in and we give you guys all the details of the meetup. And we'll talk about it and answer any questions and all kinds of stuff like that. So please go out and vote. I don't know how many people have voted right now. I can probably go look to see.
Really,
I really wanted about 200. What did he say?
Jedi Joe says Barnstormer's in his top 10 rides.
Oh, there you go. See? I like Barnstormer.
I think that's funny.
All right, so right now we have 147 votes. And yes, right now, February's got a pretty sizable lead. But anyway, please go out and vote if you haven't already voted. I think the meetup, I think it's going to be fun. If we get 5 people that show up, that's great. Hey, Bill, welcome in.
Remind Sadie to email us. I know they're going to be here next week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure she will once we get closer. She knows she has to wait because we're old.
Oh, Sean, no problem at all, man. We totally get it. And that's why, I let people vote. We don't want to do it. The other thing, too, is I don't want, a lot of times, I'm trying to do it in the cooler months.
North Dakota, yeah, I know. Ooh, but that's so cool that you were here, like, right around the time the park first opened, though. I mean, how amazing is that? 1972.
I voted for the meetup to happen.
I wasn't even born yet. Well, you were 2.
Maybe Animal Zone, that's not a bad idea. That might not be a bad idea. Maybe we'll do something like that.
Thanks, Joe.
Amy Wanta, welcome in.
Joe said he'll come either way. Isn't that nice? Hey, Amy. Oh, God bless. I really have to, though, because they're going to shut it down soon. I guess I don't have a choice this time.
February, not the 5th or 11th. Those are dates that are reserved for special people in my life. Oh, Matt. Matt, you have special people in your life? I don't believe that. Matt's lying, everybody. I'm just kidding.
You can't just say those things and not be specific.
They're obviously like his mother's birthday or something like that. Is it
your birthday?
Scott Rowe, welcome in. Oh, man, my neck is killing me. Anyway, guys, please vote. And within the next couple weeks, we will have full details of what we're going to do.
Oh, that sweet Animal Zone. There you go. Mm. Yeah, John, that's right. We told you could have the air mattress. In Walt's office. Yeah, right here. Yeah, right here. Behind us. Yeah. You can sleep in Cammie's bed.
Yeah, in the dog's bed. Fun. All right, gang. Well, look, that's going to do it. Again, thank you, Jonathan, sharing it out one more time. There it is. There's where you can just click the link. Or a live that's more like a Zoom call. And we get to discuss the topic, kind of like we're doing now. Thanks, Steve. Glad you voted. Good. Let's see. We are now up to, let's see if it updates it. 149. Yep. Looks like February's got a good sizable lead, but that's why you vote. I'd like to see 200 people vote. Robert Graves, welcome in. If February wins, my wife and I will definitely be there. Well, great.
Cool.
No, that's great, Joe.
We'll have
It'll be
to
fun.
Get all those stickers that say, hello, my name is. Because we're gonna have.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what we'll do. We're gonna buy them. We're gonna buy like.
But you'll have to put your like screen name on it.
Yeah, you'll have to put your screen name.
Or you can be like AKA.
Right. You can put hi.
Bob,
my name is
AKA.
Bob, AKA.
You know?
Or hi, my name is Bruce, AKA Sir Euchre. Or hi, my name is John, AKA AB. You know, not that either one of them are probably coming, but anyway.
Well, Matt will be here, AKA
Simba 2. There you go.
Unless it's February what?
Oh, nice Amazon. Every day is a special day because I'm alive. Amen, Shannon.
That's very true.
Yep. Noah, good to see you, buddy. All right, everybody. Look, that's going to do it for tonight's show. Again, we will be back this weekend with streams on Sunday. And it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this tonight. I definitely enjoyed it. My neck is killing me. I have a headache that's just like throbbing.
I have headaches today. I don't know what's going on.
Mine's my tooth. I got to get this tooth pulled.
Dentist time.
Yeah, I'm going to get it pulled. I'm not getting a root canal.
He already had the root canal and the crown came out.
Yeah, the crown came out and I'm not doing all that. I'm just pulling the tooth.
So
I'm just getting it
he's
pulled.
over it.
Anyway, all right, gang. Have a good night. We will see you all really, really soon this weekend, Sunday, Magic Kingdom. Please help us. Why did I say please help us? Please join us.
Please help us.
Please help us. Help us.
We're going to go take some Advil. Have a good night.
Anyway, yes. We're going to take lots of Advil and maybe some what's that? Tylenol PM to fall asleep. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Until next time.
Take care of yourselves and each other.
We'll see you all really soon. Bye, everybody.
Cammy says good night. See him over there.
He just says wolf.